All right, guys, welcome back to part 2 of the Hail Mary trade. I'm sure if you guys were watching and looking at the charts and stuff like that, you probably saw that my trade got stopped out. As you can see here, it got stopped out before it actually could have made a profit. There was a chance for it to make a profit, but it just went, no, F you, and down it went, and that's the way it goes. Now, it was worth a chance. It was worth a shot. Yes, even in the face of like the market is trending upwards, right? I had to take this shot, and I did. Looking back, probably there's a lot of evidence that it was probably a trade that should have walked away from and should not have done, but that's okay. There was a lot of pressure also heading downwards. So, you take your shot. You make sure you don't lose everything and you only lose this much, very tiny amount, and that's okay. That's okay. You move on to the next trade. Okay. And besides, I am happy that it's going up. Why am I happy that it's going up when I just took a loss? Right? Well, because I have a trade over here, a long trade that's doing okay, very well. That's at around $9,200, right? For 40%. Didn't take a big risk. It was only 5x trade with one Bitcoin. So yeah, and now I've set it to stop at break even. So you can see here where my stops to break even is, right? I'm basically, hey, you know what? If market comes all the way back down at me, I'm gonna break even. But I don't think that's going to happen. There could be a breakdown to approximately this level here at the worst case scenario, which is a $22,900 level. But most likely try to take out these right here. These guys down here at the $23,200. Wouldn't be surprised if the price came back down to that level and took them out. Okay, so that's what I was looking for, and I didn't quite get it, but that's okay. Bitcoin is still moving in an upward direction. We're in a trend line on the 5-minute. Inside this trend line, it's trying to break out of this trend line. So if it does break out, it should head significantly higher. We're talking like you can see that there's a little bit of a W, which is not quite the greatest W, but still it's a cup and handle. Looks like a cup and handle. I can draw it out for you here. Let me just draw it out right here, here. And so the target would be approximately the $24,700 area. So that's the target for this Bitcoin move, right? So we're looking for. But I'm looking to actually take profits a lot higher. Why is that? Well, let me just show you something. Whenever you're trading, right? And you want to know what price action is going to do, what you need to do is you look left, right? And why do you look left, right? Whatever happened in the past gives you a lot of indication. And right now, I'm gonna zoom in on this. Hang on, I want to get rid of the indicators because we're only looking at the candle prices. So what happened in the past is basically that the market dumped all the way down from 28,000 down here, all the way here. So now that we're in this area, we're in this area where it dumped. This is where it's going to actually continue and move higher all the way back to the 28,000, because historically big prices on any chart, whenever they come inside this kind of like downward movement, or if it's an upward moving, the same thing, and you look left, you see that, well, it usually comes back at 90% of the time, if not 100%, because I've never seen it not happen. It will come all the way back to where it broke down and went up. So either way, when you see prices coming back into this kind of area, that's usually going to get filled. It's always going to get filled all the way up to here. No guarantees that we're going to get breakout from after we get to 28,000. It's most likely going to be monstrous, huge, gigantic resistance. Because it was strong support before, so won't be surprised if it holds. But if it breaks higher and just ignores it, that's a really big chance of a bigger move for Bitcoin. That bigger move, right? We talked about it in another episode. That bigger move, I believe, is taking us all the way, let's go to daily, all the way up to the $48,000 mark. You're like, no way. Yes way. Yes way. We could get all the way back up to the $48,000 mark or close to it, because of technical analysis that states that, hey, if we break this kind of downward trend channel and we break to the higher, to the opposite direction, it will return to where it first started, and that was the $48,000 mark. So unlikely in a bear market, but you know what? Crazy things have happened, and so don't be surprised if that crazy thing does happen. So that's where we're at. So I hope you learned something today. I hope you learned, at the very least, that, you know what, when a trade doesn't work out, you just let it go, move on to the next trade. That's all you have to do, right? I was looking for another trade. I was hoping that I'd find one for you guys, but I didn't find one. So you know what? I didn't trade at all. So that's another thing you should learn, that you just have to wait for your trade to come in. And if your trade doesn't come in, you let it go and you move on. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure that you hit the like, subscribe, and bell button on. And don't forget, if you want to trade this, you can trade this on bybit.davincij15 or femex.davincij15.com. Thanks for watching. Cheers.